But she's just tough. She just keeps coming and throwing a lot of punches and flurries. So, she's a tough girl.
And now there's not a lot of female fighters, Who influenced you? What drove you to doing what you do now?
I guess it stems from my childhood. I was the youngest child in my family, and I come from a kind of a rough area in Hawaii. So I always fought with my brother and sister. And my parents never stopped it. They just let us fight till we tire ourselves out. So that meant I got really beaten up because I was the youngest. And then I met my husband, and he started teaching me how to box.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a really good story.
Yeah, he's my only coach I've ever had.
Wow. And now, there's a lot of little girls, who are interested in the field but might be scared because it's a male sport, People see it as a male sport. What message do you have for those young girls who aspire to be in the boxing field?
I think boxing is. There's a misconception on boxing. It's a lot safer than soccer and lacrosse and gymnastics. Those sports, there's so many injuries in football. Boxers, there's not as much injuries, and there's a lot of precautions. I think people watch movies and they see all that, wild punches, and it's not like the movies. There are very good coaches out there, and they monitor everything. They do boxing drills. You shouldn't be getting hurt if you're learning how to box properly.
And now, I'm sorry, how long have you been doing this for?
Well, I started in the amateurs in 2000, and then I fought in the amateurs till 2003. And then I couldn't get a fight for 3 years into the pros, and I finally got a fight in the pros. My first debut was 2006, late 2006. So,
And now, what plans do you have for the future?
I don't know. I'm just taking it day by day. The training is even harder than the fight itself. Believe it or not, the training is brutal.
Why is that? Can you explain to us a little bit more on that?
It's because there's every element of conditioning involved in boxing. There's endurance, there's stamina, there's speed, there's strength. You have to have all the concepts of physical fitness involved, and then that's only 50%. The other 50 is hair. So wow, there's no sport like it. So you gotta really love it. It's all blood, sweat, and tears with boxing.
And now, one last thing, you weren't fighting at home. So how hard is it when the whole crowd is rooting for your opponent and you have to stay focused?
I tune it out. I used to be a professional dancer, so it's all about performance. It doesn't matter where the stage is. You're just performing. But the preliminary, getting to the fight, is harder too. Like the weigh-ins, the other crowd was there, and what bothered me, what she kept saying before the fight was she only had 2 weeks preparation, so she was kind of like belittling me, like, well, this time she's really gonna take it to me because she has more time to prepare. But in fact, we signed a contract at the same time, so we both had the same amount of time. She had more than 2 weeks to prepare.
About a month.
Yeah, so if you want to hype yourself up, go ahead. But what you got in the ring is what comes down to it.
All right. Well, thanks.
Does that sound bitter?
No, it doesn't. Obviously that's why you have the title. And we want to congratulate you on behalf of our guys. And as a woman myself, I know that it's hard. And kudos to you for going out there and being brave.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.